We got some news on the new Delve mount. I'm going to talk a little bit about that, but before we do, let's summarize everything that we've kind of gotten over the last week or two here real quick. So we all know now, the War Within, August 26th, that's your date. That's the date that you're going to take off of work. You're going to become a full degenerate once again, hide in your basement or whatever how you played this game, and log in. So August 26th is the date that we are going live with the War Within. Recently on the Xbox podcast, which is still weird to me, that Xbox is the one releasing a lot of this information, but here it is. They interviewed Holly Longdale and game director Ian Hazzikostas, and they broke down why now is a better time than ever to come back to World of Warcraft. And part of what they pitched a little bit was that Azeroth bundle, Return to, Azeroth, where you get 60 days game time, the Dragonflight expansion, and a level 60 character boost, all for basically the price of the game time alone. So it's a really good deal if you do plan on playing the, for the next couple months, and you don't have Dragonflight yet. It's a pretty good bundle there. So just remember, though, you are going to have to buy the expansion still, the War Within expansion, if you do get this bundle. So just, a word of caution there. Phase 4 of Season Discovery was also recently announced, and with it, all the classic Andes will be rejoicing, because this is truly the classic of the classics. Yeah, you're going to go fight Ragnaros. Boosting your levels will go up from 50 now to 60. People will be leveling up. Of course, new runes will be discovered, utility runes, class adjustments, profession reputation updates, dungeon updates as well to all of the essentially Ragnaros-related dungeons, right? Blackrock Depths, Blackrock Spire, Dire Maul, Sholom Mace, a badass one with some great lore, and Strathome as well. So those would be, man, Strathome update. Oh, I wish we got that in retail. Give me Mythic plus Strathome, man. Anyways, those will be the dungeons. You'll see PvP class sets for rank 10. Molten Core Raid Dungeon. A 20-player dungeon with 10 classic bosses, revamped loot, and redesigned Tier 1 sets and more. So this is a fully, basically, redone raid. So Molten Core will be basically redone. I also read real quick that Sulfuris, yes, the legendary, will be available to more classes. So we'll have to see how they do that. And, of course, World Boss updates. Again, all of this stuff coming in a Season of Discovery. So a lot of things coming our way in the coming months, which is really great if you're a WoW player. It's a good time to be playing this game. Now let's dig a little bit deeper here. This mount in particular was one of the cooler things that were revealed back at BlizzCon, and we were all excited about it. Oh, what's it going to be? It's a customizable mount. It's actually pretty cool. So this is the week where everyone's been testing it on beta. It's called the Delver's Dirigible. Okay, interesting name. But here it is. It is a customizable mount, and the way you're going to start getting it is you'll actually be given it fairly early on in the expansion. And then you're going to be customizing it throughout your journey through delves. Early on, you'll talk to Brand Bronzebeard. He'll send you on a quest. You'll do your first delve, get a key, and of course, you will be given a quest called Ship It that will eventually give you the Delver's Dirigible. So again, this mount is special because it is a customizable mount. Now here's the animation for the mount when you mount up. Pretty cool, swings around, nice little animation there. The animations in general have been really cool from a lot of these, look at that, man. The animation team's been popping off, I'm not going to lie. A lot of these, mount animations, the way they fly, the way they twirl, the way they've added animations to older mounts as well, very cool stuff. So these are the ones that we're going to see, but more importantly, what kind of customizations are we going to get? Well, WoW had put together a nice little article here of all the customizations that we're going to be getting so far. Now, we did see this one. So this is your regular boy, and this is like a full transformation here. This is a Void customization. This is really, really cool. We saw this not too long ago, data mine, and we were like, what the hell is this? So it is a full-on transformation, kind of like what we see when we get like the Farak mount or something. Right, where it's like a full transformation. This one fully transforms the mount into something completely different. How we're going to get it, we don't know yet. But what I do know is, damn, that thing looks good. Different colors as well. We have so far silver and brown and bronze and green. Again, no, not sure how we're going to get these yet. And obviously these things, so this is what we know so far. But just keep in mind, these customizations will probably keep coming out like as we're going through the expansion. Just like we've seen customizations drop for our dragon riding mounts. Hurt my soul to hear mispronunciations. Tell me how to... Dirige what? Dirigible? Dirigib? I have no idea how to pronounce this thing. Yeah, somebody... Dirigible. Yeah, Dirigible. Yeah, okay. Okay, yeah. Shut the hell up. How about that? How about that? We're going to call it that from now on. The nose. So let's see some customizations on the nose here. This is obviously the front of your mount. We got a propeller here, not bad. A little lantern. This one actually looks kind of cool because it actually lets light off. This is a really cool one, obviously. I think I'd probably go with the lantern out of these. Some different wings here as well. Let's look at the wings. So we have the propeller wings, reverse propeller wings. I don't know what you would call these. And then these with the lanterns on them. Very, very cool. Going fully out lanterns right now looks like the way to go, if I'm being honest. The tail, let's see some of these. So we got a propeller on the back. Looks like a freaking turbine propeller. With exhausts here. Okay, exhausts that shoot flames out. Not bad. And then here we have what looks like an airplane wing. What do they call this? An empennage. Okay. It sounds like an empanada. Okay, not bad. That looks pretty cool. The top. Okay, the final customizations we have so far here. We have the helicopter propeller. We have the blimp. Very Hellofall-esque here. And then last we have the little flag. Oh, just a little banner. I wonder if this could change. It'd be really cool if it hangs up your guild banner or something like that. You know, we do have new guild banner, guild crest customizations coming out, so maybe that'll play into that. But very cool. Again, these customizations will probably continue to be iterated on, added upon, and more will be coming out. How we pronounce this name? Dirigible. Dirigible. I don't know. Yeah, well, there it is. Call it what you want. I'm going to call it my bae, because that's what it's going to be. I'm going to be riding that thing all the time. Moving on. New user interface settings to reduce camera collisions in the War Within. So this is pretty cool. If you've ever, scrolled around on your camera in WoW, you've seen this before, where basically, you bounce every time that something kind of interferes or passes between you, your camera, and your character. This is how WoW's always been since the beginning of time. It does kind of annoy me when I'm raiding and tanking, especially when an outer wall of the room kind of gets in the way, or just a pole on the outer wall of the room. Well, this has been updated. Yeah, so this is new. No longer will that happen. You can actually scroll around and your camera doesn't bounce. Look at that. Look at that. This is really, really cool. It is a game changer. I know I'm not maybe you're being sarcastic, but I actually think it's a really badass feature, because when it comes to Mythic Plus, when it comes to raiding, a lot of times I get bounced around as a tank with annoying ass things popping between me. So how you're going to be able to do this, I think it's a setting that we're going to be able to still work in progress. The feature may not be perfect for everyone, as the environment still blocks the camera view for some characters. However, it does appear to eliminate most jarring collisions caused by the camera, sudden zooming, and other things. Solid walls that the camera cannot get behind, like buildings, still cause the camera to push forward, which is fine. But the camera can sometimes still continue to clip on object data. Despite these limitations, this is still a major improvement for both PvE and PvP players who experience jarring sensations when the camera is suddenly shifted. Yeah, so again, Blizzard's working on this. The camera will, this is a new user interface accessibility setting. The camera will now allow players and characters to basically avoid the camera obstruction that we were just talking about when the camera collides with things. Very, very cool update. I'm glad to see this. This will be a nice little life improvement there. Moving on to Blizzard's response to Delver's feedback. So Delves have been a big thing this week. That's why we got to see, the new mount and everything and what's happening with that. The Dirigible. The Dirigible. And then basically a lot of people were complaining that Bran was dying. Bran was being a little bitch, dying too easily. So Blizzard released a blue post really quick thanking everybody for their feedback, and said they are working on Bran's survivability, as well as how mobs were respawning. So I guess mobs were respawning too quickly, and some mobs were respawning that shouldn't be respawning at all. They said they're going to be working on those things and making sure that Delves are, in fact, as perfect as can be when the War Within finally launches. And the last piece of news today, we got dungeon timers, boys and girls. Now, this is nice to see, because we want to see how long Blizzard's expecting these dungeons to take, or they should technically be completed quicker than this if you're going to time the keys. So we see that most of these are going to be basically 36 minutes is the highest, the Necrotic Wake, and then the quickest dungeon looks like it's supposed to be one of the new ones. Arikara's City of Echoes is a 30-minute timer, as well as Mist of Tirana Sight. So between 30 and 36 minutes are going to be your timers on these. Not bad. I've seen longer ones. What's the longest one? I wasn't one of them 42 minutes during this season? Not this season, but this expansion. I can't remember which one it was, but I remember seeing a timer that was like 42 minutes long. Anyways, this is not bad. 30 to 36 minutes is what kind of I expect when I'm running a dungeon, hopefully. As long as you're not wiping 36 times and breaking the key. Yeah, City of Threads, obviously the longest at 38. Where? Oh, you're right. You're right. City of Threads, 38. Yeah. 38. So 38 to 30 minutes. Not bad. Not a bad range in terms of what they are. An 8-minute addition on top of that. It's a pretty good range. Like I said, that's what I expect. Really, when I go into a dungeon, is kind of be in that timer. Wasn't it Suramar? Maybe Suramar. Centaur one was like 40. Yeah. There's been ones that definitely got into the 40s. 38 minutes is the highest here. Not bad at all. We'll have to see what these actually time out to. And sometimes these get adjusted as the expansion goes live, but we'll see.